What's going on, guys? So we're coming to you today with an unboxing video. We really enjoy it when brands or companies send us products to take a look at and give our opinion on. And what we've got today is a Dragonhawk traditional tattoo kit. Now I'm very new at tattooing. Very little knowledge, but I'm learning as I go. And this is supposed to be the Dragonhawk Mast series gun. It's a rotary gun and it comes in a full-on kit. Now we're gonna get this box opened up here and get into the meat and potatoes of things and see what we've got. Right off the bat, we opened it up. It's a full box. Let's see. First thing we've got are going to be our cartridges, which are our needles. These are 12 7 magnums. So this is going to be a number 12. I believe that's 35 thousandths. 7 needle, straight magnum. So it's straight across. That's our first one. Let's see, we got another box over here. And this one is a number 10 7 needle round magnum. Now you can look at that, and I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera here, but you can see where it gives you a picture of the needles. This one is rounded, and that's the difference between, I guess, what you would consider a standard magnum, which is what this one is. It's straight across, and then the rounded has got the rounded curve to it. So that's those two. We'll get into this next one and see what they sent us. This is a 12 5 needle round liner. So this is going to be a real tight grouping of needles to do line work with. And this is a number 10, so it's a little bit smaller than a 12. What little bit I've understood and read, 12 is pretty much the standard, and then you go lower to get your finer lines and things of that nature. This is going to be a 12 3 needle round liner. So this one's going to be your standard, and it's just going to be a liner needle with 3 needles in it. So that's that. We basically get 10 pieces in each box. So that is 40 cartridges to start out with. Let's see. We've got this pen. I'm going to open it up and see what it is. Everything on this is written in Chinese. So honestly, I can't read it. Looks to be just a regular, I guess what you would consider stencil pen, where you can draw onto your practice skin. And if you're a more experienced tattoo artist and you're actually tattooing people, you can draw this on actual skin. Now for me, I would not even come close to tattooing somebody. Everything I'm doing is on practice skin because I am not good enough to apply ink to someone's body. I still have a lot to learn. But I think this kit, from what I've seen so far, is going to be really good to learn with. Let's see, we've got a power cord. It's just a standard 2-plug. Looks like it's got a round, I can't remember the correct terminology for that jack, but that's it. Let's see. Oh, this right here, in today's age, this is a single pair of black gloves. Well, that's about a third of the price of this entire kit right here, just this pair of gloves. No, I'm kidding. Latex gloves have went out of sight. They're going for, upwards of $30 a box. So it's just one of those things that we're dealing with the pandemic. There's been a high demand, so the supply chain is limited. But it's nice that they send you a pair of these to start out with. We've got ink caps. Now these look pretty big to me, but I guess that's pretty much consistent. I'm still learning, but it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20 caps in here. So you got 20 ink caps in here that you'll be able to use. So that starts you off with the kit. They send you some of this sticky stretch wrap. That actually wraps around the gun itself after you've put your protective sleeve on it to give you a nice grip to it. This is the gun here. We're going to set it to the side first. I'm going to actually open up the power supply here, and that's what we've got. So that's that 2-prong plug. And we've got 2 ports on the front. One is for the actual gun itself, and one is for a foot switch. And then we've got a dial here, and it feels like it's done with detents in it. In other words, you can feel it each time it like clicks. You're supposed to be able to push this in for continuous on, push it again for foot switch operation. That's pretty much how this works. It's a super small compact design. I mean, you can see it in my hand. I don't have super large hands, but that's going to be your power supply. The next thing we get into here, I believe this is going to be the foot switch. Yep. So it comes with a foot switch. This is going to plug into that power supply on the switch side here. So you can actually run this tattoo gun in 2 different modes. You can plug it in and set it to where it's powered on all the time and it's running continuously. Or you can set it up where you can mash this foot pedal down and only run the gun when you actually want it running. So you have some options with this kit, and I think that's pretty neat that they provide that, especially at this price point. This kit right now is listing for $79. Now, here is some ink. We got some glue in there. Don't need that. This ink, everything I've researched and understood, this is a practice ink. This is designed for practice skin. I haven't seen anyone that would recommend using this on actual skin for a permanent tattoo. Although it is permanent tattoo ink, these are pretty much what they would consider one-time use deals. There's not a lot of ink in each one of these bottles, but it gives you a variety and it gives you the ability to take the practice skin and go ahead and start tattooing on it to get a feel for how the needle works, how the machine feels, and how the ink flows. So you got that. Let's see. Here's going to be our next piece. This is going to be tattoo practice skin. And this actually has stuff printed on it. You've got some really fine line detail stuff here to do, lips with curves and straight lines, and that's going to allow you to practice your lines and things of that nature so you can get it correct and boost your skill level. So we've got that one, and then right here in the bottom we have another piece of practice skin, and there's actually some transfer paper in here to where you can create your own designs and put them onto the practice skin here and then sit down and practice with your tattoo lines. Outside of that, they leave us with the styrofoam. So I'm gonna push the box off to the side, and now we'll get into the actual meat and potatoes, I guess you'd say. This is the actual gun. Now, according to the box label, this is a Mast 2 tattoo gun. You're going to see that if you spin the end of it off here, it's in 3 pieces. You've got dual O-rings here to seal this unit, which is nice. Your cartridges fit in this end. We'll screw that back on right quick. And then we're going to take this top loose, because this is something that I found that was kind of important. This gear, which you can see it's got some grease on it, actually contacts a push rod inside of this. That push rod is what pushes the needle in your cartridge up and down. And that's something that Dragonhawk does with their rotary gun like this. And I'm sure other manufacturers do too. I'm just not familiar with it. But that keeps this gear from driving on top of your cartridge. A lot of things that I read and understood was when this drives on top of the cartridge, it can cause the needle to move back and forth, and it can also wear the cartridge out a lot faster. In theory, what they would say is the cartridge would wear out before the needle would dull. So that's not real good. So that's what we've got there with the actual gun. You can see the size-wise, it doesn't feel very heavy. As far as holding on to it, it feels pretty good, pretty consistent as far as being able to operate it. They give you, like I said, that grip that goes around it, but you'll put a plastic sleeve over this and then poke your cartridge through it. Take this box out here, and I'm assuming this is going to be our power cable, and it is. Now, this is a lot thinner than the cord for the foot switch, which is probably a good thing, really, because you got to think this is going to be plugged in on the top side here, and that's what's actually sending your power from your power supply to this rotary gun. And you don't want something super heavy back here dragging you back while you're trying to do something. I've seen several people do different things. They'll take this cord, they'll wrap it around their arm, they'll put it up over their neck, something to that extent to take some of the pressure off of it. But with this lightweight cord here, I don't know that you would have to do a lot of that. I think realistically, looping it around your arm just to keep it back out of your workspace would probably work out just fine. But guys, like I said, that is the Dragonhawk, and let me tell you again, just to be positive, this is called the Dragonhawk Mast S2 machine. It is new. It's a traditional tattoo kit from Dragonhawk. They come pretty recommended as far as beginner stuff goes. For $80, you're getting 40 needles or cartridges. You're getting your power supply. You're getting a decently built tattoo gun, a foot switch. A lot of these come with those little bitty thin foot switches. I don't know how well those work. I like something more like this. Like this reminds me of like a sewing machine switch, and it's pretty positive feel to it. You get your power cables, like I said, the wrap, your ink cups, the pen to do your drawings, practice ink. I can't emphasize that enough. That's practice ink. And then they actually give you 2 pieces of tattoo skin, practice skin, I guess you would call it, to be able to trial out on and see how you can do with your lines and get a feel for how the machine works, things of that nature. And then you've got some transfer paper back here that would allow you to transfer your own design onto this blank one. This one's already got stencils printed on it. Guys, that covers it. That's everything you're going to get in that kit. Like I said, 80 bucks. You're in with equipment to start. You still need some stuff. You know, you need your sleeve to protect your machine, to keep bodily fluids and things of that nature off of it. But if all you're going to do is set this up and use practice skin, you don't have to worry about that concern. It still would be a good idea to go ahead and put that sleeve on there, wrap your gun, do everything like you would if you were actually going to tattoo someone while you're working on your practice skin, so you get the actual feel for it. But that's it. We really enjoyed the Dragonhawk tattoo supply kit here. It's a nice little kit, it looks like. We're going to be enjoying to get in and really dive in and see how things work and see how it feels. And once we've used it for a little while and can give an honest feedback opinion on how its performance is, we'll pop in here and we'll do another video updating everything as far as what we like, what we don't like, things we would change or things we wouldn't change. But guys, listen, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Stick with us. We're going to be coming to you with more videos. Give us a thumbs up. Drop comments or questions down below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe.